Hello everyone, it's Jamis here. I wanted to make a quick video about special league units that I use before I rerun everything for the next RTA season. Unfortunately, I couldn't show you any replays just because by the time I recorded the video, somehow the game has updated and all the available replays had gone. So the team I've been using during the 4-star Special League was the Gemini Fire String Master Cleave. The main com includes Gemini, Fire String Master, the Water Horse, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Kaki, Shimide, and then some flag spec units like the Triana, like Lucian, Juliet, for speed competing. Then I have the Ashir and I have the Mina. I'm going to show you all the runes one by one. So let's start with Mina. She's on Swift Broken, speed, crit damage, attack, just for speed mainly. And don't mind the artifact, I don't even know what I put on them. Then the Juliet on attack, crit damage, attack. Slot 1, 3, and 5. Swift Blade. He has extra crit damage for his skill 3 and additional damage for like base on his start just because his skill 3 does multiple hit. And then the Water Horse. It's on Swift Energy, Speed, Crit Damage, Attack. Slot 1, 3, and 5. It's on extra accuracy for skill 2 because just pushes back attack bar. And then just some extra damage artifact basically. I don't even know what is the good artifact for him. I did not really analyze. I was a little bit lazy. I took easy C3. I did not try hard this time. So just whatever it works. Then I have the Rock. Rock is not my main pick unit, so he's on left of a Swift rune. It's on Swift Broken, Swift Harp Despair, speed, crit damage, attack. Slot 1, 3, and 5. Again, his artifact is just to provide extra stats for him. I put any random thing I have on. They are not even 15 plus, so yeah, just whatever. It doesn't. I pick him like once or twice the whole special league, so I didn't really pay that much attention to him. And then we have the Vert, Triple Revenge Vert. I don't even pick him. I didn't even pick him. I just have him rune because I haven't rune since normal RTA. It's just for some like situational scenario. And then we have the Garo. I quickly rune a Garo. He's not on any crazy rune. He has some mediocre rune, I would say. Like, look at this rune. This rune is like essentially a bluish kind of rune. So yeah, and he's on Vampire Nemesis. Has extra life drain, and well, the rest doesn't make sense. Don't worry about it. And then extra damage on win, and that is pretty much it for him. I mainly pick him if I need to compete speed because I have the Fire String Master on 311. She's on Swift, crit damage, HP. Was Swift Blade just accidentally how fast my blade rune are. So she has extra recovery for her skill 3 since it's recover HP, and then pretty much just damage mitigation from if warrior unit focus on her. And then she is speed 2 with Gemini. Gemini is faster than her. Actually, I think it's 2 speed faster. But if I put her on 200 plus 205, then she will move first. She move before Gemini if I pick her before Gemini. So I don't even know what is the reason, but that is why Gemini is like 2 speeds faster than her. And Gemini is on speed, attack, slot 1, 3, and 5. I don't have any good accuracy slot 6 rune for Gemini, so he just had to like manage with whatever I have on him. He has extra accuracy for his stripping ability, and the rest pretty much doesn't make sense. This one was initially on him because of the Leo. You can see the damage mitigation from Win unit here. This is mainly for the Leo and only Leo. He had 50 accuracy only, however it worked out pretty well during the whole season, during the whole special league. So I just leave him this way. It did not disappoint me that much, but then I did not do that many battles, so I guess that the like statistic is not big enough for you to have a conclusion. However, let's move on to the next unit, which is the Kaki. Kaki is speed tuned to move after the Water Horus and before the Shimide. He is on Swift Energy. I only farm Giant, as you can see, so my energy and my blade runes are sometimes pretty fast, and that's why I have them on him, on Kaki and other unit as an offset. So it's on speed, attack, and attack. Slot 1, 3, and 5. Artifact, I don't even know what artifact is good on Kaki. I just know that he does multiple hit on his first skill, so I put additional damage of his stat, and then crushing hit damage because I remember he does crushing hit and like on off element unit, and since he's not critting, so that's why I think crushing hit is kind of good on him. And then life drain for his skill 1. The rest is just extra damage dealt on different element, which is not really anything. The dark one is for Miho, and then the fire and green one is just because of how his elemental works. And then move on. Next we have the Shimide. It's on 304, right? Yeah, 304. My speed my swift is kind of dropping down a little bit after the first 3 units, which are the Gemini, the Fire String Master, and the Water Horus. So I couldn't keep up with like super high speed. And Shimide is on Swift, Broken, Speed, Crit Damage, Attack, slot 1, 3, and 5. He has extra accuracy for his skill 3 because he strips, and then additional damage, and because of his skill 2, it does multiple hit, and his skill of speed. So yes, moving on, we have the Lucian. Lucian is on attack, crit damage, attack, slot 1, 3, and 5. This artifact is an HP artifact. Unfortunately, I don't have anything as good as this one in terms of substart that has the main stat of attack, so I have to use the HP main stat one. I need to farm more artifact and replace it as soon as I could. And for the other one is of course extra damage with the attack in main stat to provide extra damage output, extra attack into the total stat. Note that the Lucian in the Julia is not speed tuned to Fire String Master. However, as I said, I was a little bit lazy. I did not really rerun them to be speed tuned to the Fire String Master. They are speed tuned to Bastet with a similar speed. So, however, as I said, I did not really rerun much. And then we have some other unit like the Yan. Yan is on level rune, Swift, Broken, speed, crit damage, attack, slot 1, 3, and 5. I put random artifact on her, and I did not even pick her even once the whole special league, but I had her rune, so that's why I thought I may just show her out. I have the Triana. Triana is on Violent Blade, speed, crit damage, attack, slot 1, 3, and 5. Don't mind about her artifacts. This is, as I said, just for extra, start. And I pick her. You can see that her defense is really low, but it's just the way it is. Since I cleave, I tend to be more aggressive than defensive, so I put more attack on her rather than defense. And with Triana, I pick her just to take it away from the opponent most of the cases, and she's here, she's fast enough so that she can, if she wild proc, she can kill 2 water unit like Mina and something else pretty easily. With defense break, of course, provided by the Gemini. And then the Ashir, the whole idea is just to get as much speed as possible to compete speed, HP, flat defense, slot 1, 3, and 5. Artifact is just whatever. As I mentioned, I don't really know what I put on him and what they are for. And then I have the Fran, which I also didn't pick at all during the whole special league, but I just have a rune, so I'm gonna show her out. Speed, crit damage, defense, slot 1, 3, and 5, and whatever artifact on her. This is again, the main thing is for the speed, and I didn't even pick her, so I didn't even know if she worked out or not, or if she ever would. And then we have the Miho. Miho rune is pretty much the same as the old Miho rune I use in normal RTA. I used the rune on Surf as the part of the comp, but then because of the existence of Kaki, I kind of need to pick Kaki first, and if I pick Kaki first, then Miho is not feeling that well. She's not fitting that well into the comp that I was running. So I changed her rune back to be Vampire Energy with 100 resistance to be a flex pick. Then we have the Thrain. Thrain has identical rune to what I used in season 16. Again, 100 resistant, and it's just a flex pick. If they don't have any immunity, then yeah, they are over pretty much, because that is how Thrain works. I have another Mina, which is on Vampire Nemesis. I think I've also showed it during the REA season 16 rune showcase. And yes, I also use her if they pick something that are fire heavy but doesn't have the ability to one shot something, let's say. Then I would use the Mina. Let's say if they pick Antares and Vert and Molly and then Triana, then I somehow try to take the Triana away from the battlefield, and then Mina on Vampire, she would just pretty much solo everything else. And then the last unit I have is the Elusia. Elusia is here on Violent Revenge. I didn't pick her at all, but I had her rune since forever, so I had her here, and I thought that I may I would pick her at some point, but I did not pick her at all. So this is her rune. Speed, defense, HP, slot 1, 3, and 5. And she's also on whatever artifact. I really need to work on the artifact side for those flex pick, not in those units that are not in the core team. I really need to work on them. But that is everything for now. Thank you very much for watching it, and I will see you guys in the next video of the RTA season 17.